All roads lead to the west side. I said, all roads lead to the west side. Yeah, this one mean a lot to me. This one right here, yeah, that's the one right here, man. Bankroll Fresh, Zone 3 to be exact. There would never be a street money worldwide, nickel. Let's get into it. Bankroll. Switch it up.
Someone who stay consistent. That's a trapper. Going trapped in making it. You see what I'm saying? If you that hungry enough and you feel like shit, you hungry, you trapping to get there. You see what I'm saying? That's what a trapper is. You see what I'm saying? A hustler, a grinder who go all out by all means, go get what his to provide and feed his family. Shit, that's a trapper. That's what I am.
Ball like hot boy, Jew. Bankroll Fresh, hot boy. Alright, so who is Bankroll Fresh, right? Trentavious Zamon White Sr. He was born August 7th, 1987 in ATL, Georgia, to Teresa Price, who raised him as a single mother. His biological father did not remain in the picture and was in fact an early determinant from Fresh music career. There was no money in the rap industry, that's what his father told him. By the age of 8, Bankroll was finding inspiration in rappers like Tupac and B.I.G., taking note of their style, slang, and lyrical content, with his mother assisting in quenching his thirst of knowledge of the culture, man. What we know today as Bankroll Fresh. So words from Bankroll mother, Teresa, she stated, I used to go with a lot of stuff that I like, but I would sometimes listen to rap music too. Cause when I had Bankroll, I was 19 going on 20 years old. So I'm still young trying to find myself, and I was listening to the same music he was listening to. He had always loved rap music, and he used to come to me and ask about certain artists. What you think about this? What you think about that? Such and such is hard, ain't he, mama? And he was asking me certain things pertaining to the rap music, or certain words, like if they were saying stuff he'd asked about. Materialistic stuff like the belts they were wearing and the shoes they were talking about and things of that nature. Bankroll wanted to know more about the music.
Folks, you're gonna have to get out and grind and perform your songs everywhere. I just say get your music and go perform everywhere. Instead of you getting it played, if you can perform. They never heard it. Some people don't look at videos or don't look at it, but when they see it, they're like, oh my God, it's so hard. I was just in LA and then some guys running up, I'm like, boy, that shit is so fucking hard. Like, I'm like, damn, I'm way in LA, but I'm from Atlanta. They already own this shit.
But don't get it twisted, man. Teresa and Bankroll would bond through their love of music. She also recalls being a strict parent as well, with education being top priority in Prince Johnson's household, laying down the law and setting a standard for achievements. Bankroll mother had low tolerance for delinquent behavior and high expectations for her son. First and foremost, school was important. She asserts, and he knew he was going to go to school and he was going to graduate high school. I put it out there as a parent, like, but if you're not going to college, you got to tell me what you want to do. And I think that's like with any parent, man. If you're not doing anything after high school, you need to let me know what you're going to do, or you out that door. She stated, a child of mine will not be hanging out on the corners with his friends not doing nothing. You got to do something. So from that day on, he started getting into music, man. And I think that was the best thing that could have ever happened to Bankroll, because the way this man came out, sheesh. Man, let's get into it, man. So I think with Bankroll, man, like his mother, she worked for Martyr with him growing up. She would do her best to provide a stable and nurturing environment for her son, but she couldn't stop him from being in them streets, man. And, you know, he was joining his friends. and mischievous activities. And coming up in Zone 3, man, a project infested area on the west side of Atlanta, man, there's not much opportunities, man. You kind of become a product of your environment. Best believe that. So Bankroll was indulging in that type of activity. So I feel like it's something that he didn't want to be, but he was drawn into it. And it showed in his music, man, when he talked, the way he walked, the way he, you know what I'm saying, his demeanor, man. Bankroll was a true representative of the west side of Atlanta. So let's get into it, man. So eventually, Bankroll, he found a mentor with his stepfather, K Rich, man, who was the CEO and founder of Savior Fair Entertainment, an independent rap label established in 2000. K Rich partnered with Gucci Man LaFleur to launch LaFleur Entertainment in 2005. He positioned the young upstart Young Fresh exactly where he needed to be and introduced him to all the people he needed to know to start his career, as well as acting as a father figure in place of his absentee parent, man. That's big to me, man. He played the position that his dad didn't play. And he put Young Fresh and his cousin, Montana D. Mack, on the label in 2003, along with some other musically inclined family members. Together, the family created their own rap label called Street Money Worldwide.
Who try to just put, like, I'm clicking up with every real nigga, but if you on some bullshit, we'll blitz your ass too, like, right then. We ain't worried about that. We gonna go and get with everybody who wanna get some money, man. Like, fuck all that hang shit. Like, niggas been hanging for years. Like, who can run up the bag?
Alright, so Young Fresh, he felt that he needed more practice and discipline around this time, so he took the backseat. He let Montana shine. These are Bank's exact words, man. Pop, I'm not ready to do it yet. Give me a little bit more time, but Montana's ready. So Bank was the type of person, he's not gonna hold you back. If you got it, you got it. And he felt like Montana had the talent. Bank said, let him go ahead first. And then, if I'm not ready afterward, let my other cousin go ahead and then I'll come behind him. Bank has always been the type where he want to help out. He felt like if there's someone that's better than him around, let him go ahead and go first. And if he's not ready, then there's someone still in line around. And I think that's, because I seen Bank was a Leo. And I think we kind of share that comparison with me being an Aries, man. We not selfish, man. We want to see other people eat. You know what I'm saying? We always want to put other people before what we got going on. And I can kind of feel him on that. Like, I'm not ready. I want to perfect my craft. I don't just want to go out there and do anything, man. I'm a perfectionist. I want to make sure this is a go. Because when I come, they gonna know who I am. And I think that's exactly what Bankroll Fresh did, man. He left his mark in the A for sure. Alright, so eventually, Bankroll Fresh, he perfected his craft, bidding his time. Over the course of the next decade, Bankroll would eventually step in the forefront and begin to make an impression as the prospects on the local rap scene, while in his Atlanta community with energetic performance and displaying his undeniable presence. First making his name as part of the Get Rich clique, which included the likes of Montana, the Mac, Black Boy, Hustle Man, and Street Money Bucci. By 2007, Bankroll Fresh would eventually begin gaining traction outside of the crew and building relationship with ATL heavyweights such as Gucci Man LaFleur, who Bankroll would first appear alongside on the track Faces in 2009. Alright, so I don't even think Bankroll even understood what he was about to do to the streets, man, until his family and friends was telling him, like, boy, you got you another one. Oh, this the one right here, my boy. So, with that being said, after taking heed of his family and friends' words of encouragement, Bankroll Fresh became serious about pursuing a career in rap, releasing Street Motivation the rapper's debut mixtape in 2012, which would put heads in Atlanta and beyond on that notice. He was an artist to look out for. No short change here, my boy.
I mean, I grew from Young Fresh. I was a young nigga. And then Bankroll started getting bigger as a motherfucker, yo. I love my show money. I am happy to get it. I'm happy I ain't gotta be doing no illegal shit to be getting no money. All these niggas be running around talking so crazy. Like, oh, we getting all this money. Oh, we doing that. These niggas ain't really talking about nothing. Like, if I had all the money and all the shit that these niggas have, I wouldn't want to be the rapper. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, what am I going to be? Why would I want to stoop down to be that? No, nigga, I'm coming from the mud to go all the way up. Yeah, y'all seeing me do this shit. So I'm happy y'all niggas seeing me do this shit. I'm happy y'all see me brand my motherfucking company, Street Money Worldwide.
Scream. So his appearance on Metro's booming 2013 compilation mixtape 19 and Booming would capitalize on the buzz from his 2012 release Street Motivation, as would Bankroll's follow-up mixtape Life of a Hot Boy and Money to Die For, both released on 2014. Aside from his endeavors as an artist, the rapper also decided to boss up, co-founding his own label, Street Money Worldwide, with his stepfather K Rich and his cousin Nature on March 13, 2014. A year later, Bankroll Fresh as an artist would hit new heights, unleashing 3 landmark releases: Life of a Hot Boy 2, Real Trapper, a self-titled mixtape, and a collaborative project with Zaytoven titled Rock Solid in 2015. Bankroll's name and profile began to spread beyond the borders of his hometown. A legend was born. Alright, so let's go back over this track record, man, because this man here went crazy. As I mentioned, in 2009, Fresh appeared as a feature on Gucci Mane's Faces with Young Rap off Gucci Mane's album Zaytoven Classics, Volume 1. Go check that out. On the 2013 Gucci mixtape Trap God, Fresh appeared alongside with Young Scooter on the track Shooter. He released his first mixtape, Street Motivation, under the name Young Fresh. It was comprised of 14 tracks, including Sports Center and Get It Up. Both collabs with Gucci Mane and Shining Bright, featuring Zaytoven, Ziggy Zaytoven, man. Do your research. And not to mention his second and third mixtape, Life of a Hot Boy and Life of a Hot Boy 2, Real Trapper. Both dropped in 2015 and were released under his name Bankroll Fresh. Man, that tape was crazy, man. That Hot Boy record was crazy. The whole mixtape was bananas. If you saying anything differently, then you don't know art, man. And also, in honor of his third mixtape released in the month of November, Fresh dropped the occasion Thanksgiving and celebrated the holiday season by giving back to the community, providing Thanksgiving dinners to the inner city, single-parent households like the one he was raised in. If it don't get no realer than that, tell me a nigga that's realer than Bank. Man, this man really looked out for his hood. He looked out for his society. Yeah, he rapped about the trap. He rapped about where he came from. But it was a meaning behind everything he did. I think Bank wanted to let you know that you don't have to stay in those circumstances. And he got to the point when he wanted to ball. Oh, he gonna ball, man. But let's get into it. Alright, so let's get into it, man. Who is No Plug, man? That's the famous question of today, right? So, No Plug, man, he was born on August 17, 1989, and he gained his fame in 2016 after the release of his albums Trap Olympics and Dale Earnhardt. He would follow up with the album Culinary Arts 101 in 2017. Rapper No Plug was a native of the Atlanta streets, man, and I also think he had ties to 21 Savage. I don't know if they were cousins or not, but I believe so. He was also a friend of Bankroll Fresh. Fresh. So check this out, man. Sources are stating that No Plug stole Fresh gun before leaving the Street Exec Studio on March 4th, 2016, after the two of them got into an altercation about something that happened earlier that day. So, No Plug later returned for the two cell phones he left at the studio, but Fresh opened fire on No Plug car with the AK-47, so that gave No Plug no choice but to retaliate by shooting Fresh. He also admitted to killing Fresh in self-defense during a DJ Vlad interview, man. And he was never put on trial for that crime as well. This is crazy to me because they say No Plug came back for two cell phones, but then I hear it was over a female, man. If you even go to the DJ Vlad interview, he even goes into it about like how Fresh was, going back and forth about him, I guess talking down on him about a female that they was smashing. Now, remember, man, what I said about these females as well, man. Y'all need to go back and look at that Trouble video that I dropped, man. Sometimes when you land up with these women, man, and you doing this pillow talking, it can kind of come back and bite you. And I'm not saying this is the case what happened here, but it always seems like a woman is behind the massacre, man. Alright, so these are the exact words from No Plug, man. He claimed that Bankroll Fresh came out with his gun and shit happened. He said No Plug said when he came out, he was playing with the AK, just playing with it. He said he fired a shot, and shit happened. We pulled off, and he ended up dead. As simple as that. Now, what I'm taking from it is that I feel like Bank, he let off a warning shot. And I seen the video. I'm not going to show the video. You can go look at the video yourself. But with him letting off those shots, man, that really cost him. Guys are not really, guys are really not scared of that, man. With you shooting in the air, it gotta be directed towards somebody. And it's unfortunate that, he went out that way. And it's sad because it always seems like it's a woman involved in some type of way. Like, oh, he said this and that about you. Instead of these guys coming, to a common ground and like, man, we used to be cool, we not gonna let this money change us. We not gonna let these women change us. You know what I mean? Like, stop pillow talking, man. This goes for all men. If you out here, you sleeping around and you know what I'm saying? She going to the next dude telling your business. That's how dudes get set up all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? They be putting too much trust in these women that they don't even know. So No Plug goes on to do an interview with DJ Vlad, man. He stated he met Bankroll Fresh when they was like 10 years old. He stated their friendship has always been good until a certain level of his career. And if you ask me, man, it just sounds like, did Fresh change for the better or the worse, man? Or was No Plug hating? Cause like, I see it all the time in the streets, man. You look at these guys and you don't expect them to level up. You don't expect them to surpass you in life. You know what I'm saying? As far as money. It's all cool when you balling, but you don't want the person next beside you to outball you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it was one of those type of things. But he also mentioned in 2015 there was a turkey drive and his cousin Skate was passing out toys in the 9. And Fresh called him and told him that he was about to pull up in the 9. And I'm assuming that he wanted to be there, give back to the community because, hey man, that's what type of person Bankroll Fresh was. But fortunately, when he pulled up in the 9, these are words from No Plug. They escorted Bankroll Fresh out of the 9. allegedly because they wasn't fucking with him. So they wasn't seeing eye to eye apparently. I guess when Bankroll Fresh seen No Plug again, he brought up that situation. And he pretty much told him like, damn bro, why you let them put me off the 9? Like, No Plug response was, that shit old, bro. Like, you still on that? Like, I'm not on that no more. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what went wrong in this friendship, but it just seemed like the egos kind of collided, man. Like, one person thought they was better than the other, or money can make you. And I'm not saying that Fresh didn't always have money. I'm not saying that at all. But I understand, man. Once you reach a certain level, sometimes, man, it can take over your mind. It can have you doing things, saying things that you wouldn't do before. So, man, I really think these guys could have really talked this out for real. Alright, so let's give the rundown one more time, man. So apparently, when the altercation happened, No Plug dropped both of his phones inside the studio, in which he had to go back to the studio and get his phones because, hey, that's what anybody would do. He stated Bank wasn't trying to give him his phone back, but No Plug wasn't trying to give him his pistol back. So, with that being said, when No Plug came back, Bankroll Fresh was already outside with the AK. I feel like it's unfortunate because I feel like it could have been prevented. And you got childhood friends that pretty much, man, let a situation get out of hand. You know, when females get involved, money get involved, ego get involved, it's hard to tell a person like, hey man, y'all just talk this out, man. You know what I mean? It ain't really gotta go that way. It ain't gotta go left. It's sad, man, cause Bankroll Fresh was well on his way. He was going to the top, man. I honestly did not see any other artists around that time that could have came close to Bankroll Fresh. And just know that a woman these two guys were dealing with, she was going back and forth, telling them one thing. Hey, Fresh said this about you. No Plug probably was doing the same thing. She would go back and tell Fresh what No Plug said. I've been in those situations before, man, and it's messy. But you gotta look at it, man. Like, is it worth the friendship? Some friends are only around for a season, man. But I do feel like this could have been a situation where both of them could have walked away from. No blood was shed. Nobody got killed behind any of this besides Bankroll Fresh. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. The purpose of me making these videos is to shed light on the violence that we suffer in our community. Just trying to figure out how we can fix this, man. It's crazy because I'm more afraid of my own people, and I shouldn't be. And I feel like as long as we keep killing each other and doing this, man, it's never gonna be any unity, man. R.I.P. to that boy Bankroll Fresh Street. Y'all drop those comments, those likes. And like that, Kato Media, I'm out.